Welcome back to the channel. What's smoking on my dragons? Divine Righteous Almighty Greats Overachieving Never Slacking. Today we got Americans Don't Know Their Own History. And this is Man on the Street from Prager U. Original link will be in the description. And yeah, I'm actually I'm very eager to get to this video and just hear how what it is that Americans don't know. I always find these videos like very just hilarious, very funny, and also just I be in awe a lot. So we'll see if I'm gonna be in awe from this video. With that being said, here we go.
What's up, guys? This is Will Witt with PragerU. Today we're at the National Mall here in DC, and we're going to be asking people some American history trivia. Let's do it. Who is the first president?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Nah, that's pretty crazy right there. Just because it's like throughout school, I mean, you can't get away from learning learning that. So I don't know if maybe some people that just be high, distracted to a point of like just maybe just being somewhere in another world and just caught by surprise. But I just don't see how, and this is not even trying to be funny. I just don't see how you wouldn't be able to know that when that's drilled in from elementary school. Like that's drilled in. So I don't. You'd have to mentally just kind of be in another world for whatever reason, because that's not making sense.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Who is the first president?
Judge W. Bush first? No.
George Washington.
George, what? Well, I don't know. He I don't know, man. Like maybe he came from another area. George W. Bush became president in about 1989. I want to say. Um, but yeah, definitely not. Like whoa.
Judge W. Bush first? No.
George Washington. There you go. Okay, Fred. Are you ready?
Right, Brad.
Are you ready, Fred? Who's your favorite president?
My favorite president?
I must go ahead and say, dang, this should have just been a test, cause I'm ready to be quizzed. For me personally, I'm gonna say JFK.
I would say Obama and Lincoln and Jackson.
Like Andrew Jackson?
He's
Trail of Tears?
yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do you know do you know a political Sorry. Who's your favorite president?
Obama, of course.
I really like Clinton. I think his
You really see the program in here. You really do. And I want to say Bill Clinton became president definitely around when I was born. I was born in 93, so anywhere from like 92, 93, I want to say that's when if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe a couple years later. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Hold on. This is a fun video. One thing I like is having a think tank. Let me see. When was Bill Clinton president? Hold on. But yeah, as far as the Obama, okay, yeah, he came into office 93. So yeah, I was right. So he served 2 terms. Okay.
economic policies were really nice.
You like Monica Lewinsky?
No. That's a different story.
You guys didn't notice, I kind of lost my voice. I've been speaking for like 4 days in a row, so you just got to deal with my raspiness today. When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
1776.
You're a history major?
I am.
Okay. Who's the 16th president?
Yeah, no idea.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Declaration of Independence, 1773.
76. When did World War II end?
52.
45. You're a
Sorry.
history major?
I am.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
It was 19 something.
Close.
1904, 01.
1776.
That was not close.
No, it's not close, but that's okay. Who was the first president?
George Washington.
There you go, easy, right? Who's the second president?
Sam Adams.
Like the beer.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Who is the 16th president?
If I don't know the first, I don't know the 16. I don't know.
Is right here.
Okay.
She definitely in a whole nother. Hold on, real
Abraham
quick.
Lincoln.
She in a whole nother world. Even in her sweatshirt says "to the moon." Like I just think mentally she's like, phew, which that's not always a bad thing. I mean, you still want to be able to adapt to, your environment and where you are. But life is so crazy, and I'm such a deep thinker that sometimes I sit back, I think like we're always searching up in the sky for aliens and extraterrestrials, but we don't know who's walking amongst us that could be like literally an extraterrestrial and just look like us, right? And imagine if she was one. Like I'm just saying, guys, like imagine if it was that deep, to the point where like I'm just saying, like look at the show, To the Moon, like she's just. What if she just came here? That would be crazy. I think the world would just absolutely just boom, their heads would explode if they ever found something like that out.
The 16. I don't know.
Is right here.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln. There you go. Who's the 16th president?
That I could not tell you.
Who's the 16th president?
Abraham Lincoln.
You know what political party Abraham Lincoln was a part of?
Democratic?
No.
No.
Republican.
Really? Okay.
He started the Republican Party.
Exception then.
I know.
Okay.
I guess Republicans aren't so bad.
No.
What party was Lincoln a part of?
The Democratic Party.
No.
Lincoln?
Republican Party.
Democratic?
No.
Republicans had a very different outlook back in the 1800s.
Yeah. Because they wanted to free the slaves back then?
Was that the Republican Party, or was that just kind of a general consensus of...
That was the Republican Party, yeah. Yeah, it was like the Republican was pretty much the anti-slavery party. The Democrats were like the party of the KKK, things like that.
Ironic how things change, isn't it?
He was part of the Conservative Party.
There you go, Republican. He founded the Republican Party.
Certain things I just kind of don't even have a comment for. As far as like the last one, I don't know, man. I don't know. As far as just how it's just so much has changed in just people's way of thinking and how people perceive things. It's wild. Things are just left for, like, you could just see why the world in America is like, everything's up for debate. It's crazy. Like, it's
It was pretty much the anti-slavery party. The Democrats were like the party of the KKK, things like that.
Ironic how things change, isn't it?
He was part of the Conservative Party.
There you go, Republican. He founded the Republican Party.
This guy knows his stuff.
Is that surprising to you?
Not at all. Nope.
Are you a Republican?
I am.
There you go.
Proud Republican.
I love it. See, most people think that Lincoln was a Democrat because he freed the slaves and all of that, and so they just assume that, but they don't really understand that the Republicans were the party of anti-slavery.
Lincoln, the Democrats?
Republican, actually.
Okay. Every single question is wrong.
Man, this video really does expose a lot of programming within the people. And what I mean by how things change, because now when people think Republican, they automatically think racist, just kind of privileged racist people. And that's not the case in history, as he's showing people. He's pretty much showing people with one question, or that one Abraham Lincoln question, how much they don't know. Honestly, it's like, damn. History's crazy, man. History has been just toyed with so much, and man, you just tell people are engineered to think a certain way.
That's that's okay. You did great. Thank you so much.
That was a cool video. As far as just like he wasn't. First off, shout out to, let me get his name again. Was it Will Witt? Shout out to Will Witt. He out there putting in that work. As someone who's been out there and did little interviews with people on my shorts, it's not easy to just go up to people and do that. So let's give him a round of applause, first and foremost. Secondly, let me just say, a lot of stuff, like I stated a little earlier, was programming. When I go right here, right, to my fellow so-called black folks, when they asked what's your favorite, who's your favorite president, automatically they say, oh, Obama. And I do kind of wish he would have dived a little bit more into it, as far as with that question, to really unpack why. Because I do personally feel like it is just first black president. I feel like that's the only reason, without actually like unpacking the layers. And that's another thing too. A lot of people in America are controlled by color, race, things like that, and there's so much biasness towards that people can forget that, look, someone can look like you, right? Or be in the same, you might think they're in the same group as you, ethnic background or whatever, and whole time that may have been the worst candidate, or the worst choice for you. But I just feel like people don't look into that, and they get caught up in, the illusions, the distractions. So it definitely would have been nice to see Will unpack that question a little more. They was just too quick to say that for me. Um, and I say that just to say, like, personally, me, it's just, you're so used to hearing, oh, Obama, but why? Or why? That's really what I wanted, a deeper, let me hear that again real quick, because
I was 19 something.
Close.
19. Of course.
I really like
Who's your favorite president?
Obama, of course.
I really like Clinton.
yeah, I would have liked to see him dive into why. Personally, me. When I see my so-called, my fellow so-called black Americans on there, I want to know. I just wanted to hear their response. If he would have asked why. I feel like, it's just, but as far as like the history major, definitely got to brush up on her history, because there were certain questions. I feel like if you once you get a certain title, right? Once you're coined with a certain title, you can't really be rusty. It's like, if I was to use martial arts, for example, or like, you can't say, okay, I'm a black belt, and not be able to do, some white belt things, and immediately. You got to be able to, or if they ask you certain questions as a black belt, you should be able to the lower ranks, you should be able to, oh yeah, I know what that, you should be, right? Because you don't put that work in over time. You can't say, there's just certain things you can't coin yourself with, or get the title of, I feel like, without, being able off of the rip to be able to answer certain questions. Now, if it was like a super hard question, tricky question, okay, but if you're like a history major, that should be like kind of like white belt questions in that if we're looking at it from that type of viewpoint. But other than that, that was a pretty cool video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And with that being said, original link in the description, which I'm pretty sure I said earlier in the video. And I'll see you all soon. Much love.